What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to look through the lineups for this upcoming game week. It's a weird game week because last game it was like 2 days long, but we're going to go through it and see how we are looking in terms of lineups. We've got an MLS double game week. We've got the Euros knockout stages. We've got some Copper games, but not all of them. It's a weird one. We'll see what happens. Let's jump into it. Starting off with last week's game week, I was incredibly unfortunate here. Because Vargas kept the clean sheet. Munoz got 100 points based off AA alone, which was just, I mean, he is such a good player in my opinion. Like, the fact that he's come from Genk and he still scored really well at Palace. Now he's doing it for Colombia, sorry. Yeah. Palistri, 70-pointer. I still don't, I've watched the game back and I didn't see where his BCM was. If they've given it for his, like, where he missed the ball when he tried volleying it, that's crazy. Darwezi with a 60-pointer with a goal. Pulisic, unfortunately, 46 points. Virtually, not impossible, but, you know, Weah kind of screwed it for him. Weah got a red card in like the 15th minute, and from there, you know, the USA were kind of just on the back foot for the whole game. I mean, Panama had 74% possession. That just goes to show everything you need to see. And it kind of screwed me in two ways. But yeah, so unfortunately, Pulisic didn't do much. So my captain got himself a 46-pointer. We ended up on 390 points. We're going to get a tier 3. I'm not complaining too much about that. I'll happily take a tier 3. But yeah, it is a bit unlucky, unfortunately, that we ended up in this scenario, because this could have been a huge lineup. You know, Darwezi with, I think, 3 BCMs as well. Like, what are those? But I'm not complaining. I am a little bit. And the reason why I'm a little bit more salty than I would be is because I went for the 270-pointer here. And I feel like Yunus Musa gets on the pitch if USA don't go down to 10 men. Unfortunately, they did. So this 4-man threshold with Tavon Gray getting 100 points, 71-pointer from Santiago Rodriguez, unfortunately did not get it. And the reason why it does annoy me a little bit is because I had Seco, but for some reason I don't think Seco was projected to start this game. Maybe because he was on the bench last game. He was really low down anyway. I didn't even see him on the lineup builder, which is why sometimes it's not great to do your lineups on SRD, because if, like, you'll just miss players sometimes because they'll be so low down because they're just projected not to start, and you know you won't take risks. If I'd have seen Seco, I think I'd have actually played him. That being said, I mean, Sorare is great, but like, it's just sometimes you get unlucky with stuff like that. But he dropped an 80-pointer. We could have ended up getting ourselves the cheeky threshold. But anyway, a tier 3, we'll take it. Did I have anyone else that scored well? Velasquez, could have used him. Calvo, could have used him. Yeah, that is unfortunate, really. Could have even used like Shin Yamada as well. Like Douglas Luiz, would he have got there? Maybe, probably not. But anyway, that's how we went. So in terms of this week's lineups, we start off with contender in season. We've got our Gangwon stack, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think has actually won me anything yet. Oh no, we've won £7 back so far. I think I paid about 120, so we're almost 10% there. Gangwon, I feel like they're just not a very good team for Sorare ever. They have 1 or 2 good scores every week, but never enough. So I am just too lazy to try and get rid of them now. I'm not gonna lie. So we're just gonna leave them like that. Then we've got my Copper, main Copper lineup. I say that I didn't have any midfielders that I was trusting to start, but I feel like Douglas Luiz might finally get a start against Colombia. Colombia don't need to win. They've won back-to-back games. Brazil do need to win, and I feel like, you know, I don't think João Gomes has been very good for Brazil. We'll see anyway. We'll see what happens. But this is kind of it. We'll see if it does well or not. I'm kind of over Copper at the minute because it feels like every week everyone's doing well but me. So then we have my first Euros team. I changed this at 2 minutes to 2. I was upstairs on my phone and I changed it. Originally, I had Laporte in this lineup over Rabiot, and I looked, as I always do, right before deadline, and Laporte was like 70% to start, and I was just like, I don't know, I'm going to put Rabiot in instead. And it makes it a triple French stack. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully that pays off. If Laporte drops 100 now, I think I'll cry myself to sleep. Then we've got Josh Kimmich as my captain. He plays tonight. And then we've got Arnautovic. It was Wirtz originally, but very highly rumoured that Kai Havertz is going to start over Wirtz. So I didn't want to take the risk. And if Wirtz starts now and he drops his first big game of the fucking tournament, I am going to rage. It is what it is. Anyway, we have got our challenger in season. So I'm getting loads of notifications for Sorare because a bunch of my listings are expiring right now. We've got my D4 Challenger in-season team. Now, this has got some great players in for D4. I somehow got relegated. This is actually projected first, which is funny. It'll only win 80 quid if it does come first, but I'll be very happy if it does. So, yeah, it's a lot of really good players in for a Challenger Division 4 team. The reason why is because I could have put it in Classic, but with a double game week, I just think Classic is no point in even going near it with the double game week. Last week, I mean, I can even show you guys if you want. Last week with the double game week, so it would have been 487. We'll go to Challenger in season D1. Wait, was it this game week? No, it would have been the game week beforehand. 486. Challenger in season D1, double game week. Anyone got any guesses at how many points you needed just to win a card? 460. The top 40 something got paid out with a T4. It was a T4 for the top 40 something. You needed 460 points just to get a T4. In order to get like a tier 2 or a tier 1, you're 500 points plus. And then obviously first place got 538 points, which is absolutely mind-boggling. So yeah, not playing that in Classic. No point. I really do not see the point. I'd rather win a little bit of money than no card whatsoever. So that's why I've got to put it into in-season D4. Then we've got Challenger in-season D2 for limited, which projects me at 60th somehow. This is my Vancouver stack plus Yamane and Delgado plus Frey. So basically, it's completely just a random team. But I just had these players left over, and I didn't want to not use Delgado. I didn't want to not use Yamane. I didn't want to not use any of these. And I picked up Frey for like 6 quid because he had a really good game week. So thought, screw it, we'll do that and see if it pays off. Then we've got my main Euros team this week. This is my good Euros team. This is the best one that I have this week, right? We've got Unai Simon, who has got by far the best odds to keep a clean sheet. I mean, it's international football, so there's no guarantee. But I'd love it if he did keep a clean sheet. Mittelstadt, who I think is probably one of the best defender plays this week as well. I think that he is probably one of the best players, which is why I didn't put him with my Neuer, just in case, because I feel like Germany could definitely, concede. We've got Bruno Fernandes against Slovenia. Slovenia, don't know why I said it weird. We've got Toni Kroos, and then we've got Mbappe. That is a good lineup. I really hope it does well. Then we have got one of my D1 in-season challenger teams, which I think looks strong as well. We have got Kalina, who's got 2 games. He is against Houston. This is my secondary. This is my secondary team. So he's against Houston at home to Inter Miami. He has got potential to get great AA, like 72 points off of AA, conceding 2 goals against Orlando. Like, this is why I've played him, because he could definitely get some really good AA still, even if he didn't keep a clean sheet. We've got John Tolkien, who, we've got the goat hat, New York Red Bull shirt, the John Tolkien, setup. We have got Jordi Mihailovic, who plays against LAFC. Now, I think he will probably get a decent score here, which is why I've put him in against LAFC. I think he can still get a good score, but it would kill this lineup because obviously Lloris won't keep a clean sheet. So we'll see. Then we've got Santiago Rodriguez, who just came off the back of scoring 71 points, and he's at home to Montreal. And then we've got Jonathan Rodriguez as well. So we've got back-to-back Rodriguez's. Then we've got my kind of throwaway copper team. I say that it's the Colombian boys. I do feel like Colombia rotate, but if they don't, could be really good. Then we've got my Uruguayan boys, who again, I feel like Uruguay rotate because they've won both games, but you never know. They might just start Palistri and Darwin because it's against the USA and they might want to win that game. Then we've got Schaffelberg versus Chile because he's been good coming off the bench, so I just thought I'd put him in. Then we have got my Challenger in-season D1 team, the main one. This is the good one. This is the one where, even though it's projected higher than this one, this is the one where I'm quietly confident because we have got Romain Berkey, whose first game was against Vancouver, and his second game is against the Earthquakes at home. So he's got decent second game at home. We've got Kai Wagner with a double game week. We have got Luciano Acosta. Lucho Acosta. You know what I mean? Anyway, we've got Luciano Acosta. I think, pretty sure his name is actually Luciano, not Lucho. But he's got a double game week against Dallas and against DC United. Then we have got the little stack of the Columbus boys. First time using Cucho, who play away to New England, who are terrible, and then at home to Nashville. So yeah, good game weeks for those as well. So I'm quietly confident about that lineup as well. Then we've got my second Euros team with a couple of three new buys in here actually. This is again another nice team, and I'm quite excited about it. We've got Neuer in goal. We've got Ake, who I won the other day from Essence. Then we've got Sabitzer, who I picked up for about £40 because they play Turkey, and he's been on fire recently. And obviously it looks like a good buy right now because he's about 15 quid more pricey now. We've got N'Golo Kante, who I picked up for like 50 quid. They play against Belgium. I think he'll score really well. Then we've got Ronaldo, who I bought. Now, I don't know if I definitely degened a lot buying this Ronaldo, but you know what? I'm kind of happy about it because it's Ronaldo, and he's my idol growing up and whatnot. So I'm kind of happy about that, and it could do really well. We have got, in my opinion, the four of the easier games. Well, I say actually that three of the easier games. Turkey, Romania, and Slovenia. Easier. Nothing's easy in international football. You know what I'm saying? Then we've got Neuer and Kante. So if all goes to plan, it could be a really good lineup. Then we've got Cap 220 Rare. We've got Takaoka, Luke Shaw, Rodriguez, Roldan, and Giroud. This is the bench warmer team because Luke Shaw could start, but likely comes off the bench. Giroud likely comes off the bench. Then we've got Roldan, who could do really well against Chicago. And we've got Rodriguez, who definitely can score well, even against the really good LA Galaxy team. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not expecting a whole lot, though. I just wanted to actually get Takaoka into a lineup, basically. Then we've got All-Star Rare, which I set, again, 2 minutes to 2 p.m. I set this, mainly because even though Bono is very, very heavily projected not to start, and I don't think he does start, it's one of those where it's like, on the off chance for some reason he starts, we'll just throw him in there. Who cares? So we've got Bono in there, Mikael, Gil, Klik, and Klaus. Gil is a doubt for this weekend, but might play the second game. And then the rest of them, like Klaus is also a doubt, but might play the second game. And yeah, we'll kind of see what happens. Like, again, this is a lineup I literally don't expect anything from. Like, I don't think anything will happen, but it's better than throwing it at a training team. You know what I mean? Like, because why not? Then we have Cap 240 Rare as my last lineup, which I think, again, is a decent lineup. We've got Steve Clark, we have got Jackson Reagan, we have got Hector Herrera, we have got Tijani Renders, and we've got Elias Manuel. The only thing I wish I'd have done is I wish I'd looked at my lineups at, like, I don't know, 10 to 2, if I had enough time, because I actually wanted to put Tijani Renders into this lineup for Rabiot. I wanted to put Renders in there. I think that would have been a lot better. But apart from that, yeah, I think my lineups are good this week. We've got, what, 14 lineups? I'm really happy with it. I think they're looking good. I don't know what we've got next week. Obviously, we're going to have the knockout games, and we've got what looks to be like a full MLS slate again. So that's pretty cool. I assume that if we do have a full MLS slate, it's going to be like double game weeks again. So let's see who's got double game weeks. So Portland got double game week. LAFC got double game week, and that's it. Then we've got Berkey with 1 game. Kalina doesn't even play. Wagner with 1 game. Tolkien 1 game. LAFC have 2 games. Interesting. Okay, this is definitely gonna be an LAFC and LA Galaxy kind of week, isn't it? Even though they play each other, like they both have 2 games, and their second game is a little bit easier, even though Houston's not an easy game. 1 game for Lucho Acosta, 2 games for Jordi Mihailovic, which is nice. I'm looking at it now, and my first instinct is that I'm probably going to have 1 really nice lineup here, I think, with most players having double game weeks, and then I'll have 1 lineup that's maybe not as good. I was a bit gutted because Chicho Arango is apparently out this week. That's what the rumor on the street is. I'm hoping he's back. He obviously had stitches, so yeah, he's 100% out according to the specialists and whatnot. So I'm hoping he's back for the Atlanta game because he should smash against Atlanta, when he's been stitched up. The Crew are at home to Tottenham. Okay, so this could be a good game week still. This could be a good game week. All right, bet. Nice. Okay, and then obviously we've got the European Championship, which we have no idea who plays yet because we need to find out what happens still. So interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Well, if you guys enjoyed, I'm trying to bring more content to the channel. So obviously these are just the lineups today, but I'm trying to bring more content to the channel. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video.